What are the 3 basic parts of SEO? Most people will say keywords. And yes, keywords are important, but it's not as simple as target the right keywords and your content will be found. There are 2 other really important components of SEO: your web performance and your backlinks. Let's go through all 3. Why do keywords matter? Well, keywords tell Google very clearly what your website is about. Let's start with an example. Imagine you're a sneaker company and you want to drive more traffic to your e-commerce site to sell more sneakers. You're a small website, so you'll probably want to target more specific keywords. Why? Well, for small businesses, like most of us, you're not going to be able to target those highly competitive keywords that the big companies will dominate. Nike, Reebok, Adidas, they're going to have top search results for those keywords like sneakers. Because these keywords are so highly sought after, these big companies like Nike have huge Google Ads budgets that they can put towards competing for those keywords. And little players like you aren't going to be able to get a piece. So you'll have an easier time generating traffic if you target keywords that are more specific, like women's wool running shoes or men's business shoes Canada. If you want more information on how to pick the right keywords, check out my video on how to pick keywords. Next up, site performance. Were you surprised at this one? You shouldn't be. It's actually been an important part of Google's algorithm for a few years now. I am going to break down the most important things that you need to know about website performance. The first metric is the largest contentful pane. All it means is how long it took to load the largest file, usually an image or a video, on your site. Next, first input delay, which is the largest item, sometimes JavaScript, for example, that blocks loading on your site. Lastly, cumulative layout shift. The best way to describe this one is to use an example. We've all used a recipe site where we're scrolling to find the recipe and we keep getting movement from ads. It's super annoying. You go to click the recipe button and instead you're taken to an external site because you accidentally clicked on an ad. That's cumulative layout shift and it's super annoying. Google looks at these measures on both desktop and mobile. And mobile is getting more and more important over time, and it has been for the last couple of years because so many people are searching for mobile devices. You can check your core web vitals for free. If you have Google Search Console set up, you can check it there anytime. If you don't, open up an incognito browsing tab and go to Page Speed Insights from Google. Type in any page on your site and it'll run a test, giving you a score from 1 to 100, and it will tell you all of the things that you can fix on your site to improve your core web vitals. Lastly, backlinks. These ones are an easy one to understand. How many links does content on your site get from other sites? These are at the heart of Google's search algorithm, and it's actually how it differentiated itself from other search engines in the early 2000s. While other search engines were just looking at keywords, and that's why you got all of these sites that would just keyword stuff on their pages, Google actually looked at ranking signals from other sites. Because if other sites were linking to that content, it told Google that other people liked that content. Now, not all backlinks are good backlinks. Some of them are what's called toxic. You want to generate backlinks from sites that have a high domain authority, so they're well trusted, they have a ton of content, and they have a lot of backlinks themselves, as well as content that is relevant to yours. So if you're a sneaker company, you want to get backlinks from other sneaker companies, shoe blogs, for example. I mentioned that some backlinks can be toxic. If you get backlinks from sites that are not good, they're spammy, or they've been flagged by Google, it can do more harm than good. You can request a removal for these, but it's kind of a headache. So in general, don't try to buy backlinks or cheat your way into getting more links because it's probably not going to help you. One question you might have about backlinks is, do links from social count? Yes and no. A link from social is counted as a no-follow backlink. It's normal for every website to have both no-follow and do-follow links, so it's not a bad thing to have them. Though it's not really going to raise your domain authority. So absolutely, get links from social, but just don't focus on it solely for your backlink efforts. There you have it. Those are the 3 basic tenets of SEO: keywords, core web vitals, and backlinks. I hope you found this video helpful.